He tripped and grabbed a piece of straw. The gods had kept their promise. Long ago in Japan there lived a young man who worked from dawn until dark and still had nothing. No land, no rice, not one coin. One evening he climbed the hill to the temple, knelt before the goddess of mercy, and prayed, "Show me one road out of this poverty." For 3 days he did not eat. On the third night a voice came softly through the dark. "The first thing your hand touches, keep it. It will carry you." He hurried out at dawn, caught his foot on the temple step, and fell. When he stood up, his fist was closed around a single piece of straw. A lesser man would have thrown it away. He remembered the promise, tucked the straw into his belt, and walked on down the road. A horsefly circled his head, buzzing and buzzing. He caught it, tied it to the end of his straw, and watched it spin in the air like a tiny green top. Around the bend came an ox cart. Inside it a little boy was screaming, and his mother could not calm him. Then the boy saw the spinning fly, and went quiet. "Please, sell it to us," said the mother. She had nothing but fruit, so she pressed 3 oranges into his hands, and he gave the toy away gladly. Noon came, and the road turned white with heat. At the top of the hill a merchant lay in the dust, his servants fanning him, his lips cracked, his water gone. The young man was thirsty too. He knelt down anyway, and one by one he squeezed all 3 oranges into the merchant's mouth. The merchant sat up, breathing. "You have saved my life with fruit worth a few coins. Let me answer with something of mine." He drew from his baggage 3 rolls of silk, so fine that the light ran across them like water. The young man bowed low and took them. By evening he heard a man shouting. A samurai's horse had collapsed in the road, its sides heaving, its legs folded under it. "It is finished," said the samurai. "I have far to go and no time for a dying animal." He looked at the silk. "Give me that, and take this carcass." Everyone told him it was a fool's trade. He handed over the silk, knelt down in the dust, and laid his hand on the horse's neck. He carried water up from the river in his hat. He cut grass and fed it by hand. He sat beside the horse all night and would not leave it. At dawn the horse lifted its head. By the 3rd day it stood. Within the week it was running, a tall and splendid animal, glossy as black lacquer. He led the horse toward the capital. People turned in the road to stare at it and asked what price would buy it. He only smiled and walked on. At the edge of a village he came to a great gate. Servants were loading carts, for the whole household was leaving on a journey of many years. The master of the house came out, and stopped when he saw the horse. "I have needed such a horse all my life," he said, "and today of all days. I have no coin left to give you, but I have this house, and the fields behind it. Keep them while I am gone. If I do not return, they are yours." The young man bowed low, and the carts rolled out through the gate. He did not sit down in the fine rooms. At sunrise he was in the fields with a hoe. Season after season he worked that land as if it were only borrowed, and the land answered him. The rice grew heavy. The storehouses filled. The master never came back. So the man who owned nothing but one piece of straw became the richest man in the province. The people called him the Straw Millionaire, and they tell of him still. Like, comment, subscribe, and watch the next tale.